Hello, welcome to episode 337 of the Casual Try Hard podcast. I'm Brian.
And I'm James. That was one doozy of a pre-show. Seemed like we
It,
had one
it, it
technical
was,
issue after another.
but we got it figured out for you all now. So we are going to talk about the multitude of draft archetypes in Marvel Spider-Man.
Technically, it is a multitude.
Yeah, so uh, after this, I guess we're going to start doing single card evaluation. So
Hmm.
if you want us to talk about a particular card, reach out to us. Facebook, Discord, Twitter, X, email, Blue Sky, all that stuff. Links in the description. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know if there are some cards you think are cool.
Absolutely. We always look to our listeners to help inform the list of cards we put together, and this time's no different. So if you got any, make sure you shoot them over. If you're looking to support the show, you can do it via our Patreon, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Surf on over there, chip a couple bucks in. In return, you'll get access to the aforementioned unshow that was kind of a train wreck this time. And you also get access to my show notes. We, like this morning, our equipment sometimes breaks all on its own, and we always need a few minutes to catch up before the show goes live, so we record that and give it to our patrons unscripted, unedited, hence the unshow. So if any of that sounds good to you, or if you just want to support the show, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Like I said, you can chip a couple bucks in, however much you feel like contributing, and in return, you get access to the goodies. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So I started last week off with perhaps some tinfoil hat
Mhm.
speculation about the set.
Yeah.
I now have my hat is now more secure and less tinfoil hatty. So there was an article on September 3rd by Eric Engelhard,
Okay.
so a designer, and it was going over the design of the set. This is on the mothership,
Mhm.
and so last week I had said that the internet buzz was that it was supposed to be a
Aftermath size
um,
set.
aftermath, yeah, or Assassin's Creed size set, and instead it kind of got blown out into a bigger set.
Yeah.
So they talk about what the initial design for the set was:
Mhm.
100 cards,
Yep.
no commons, not draftable,
Yeah.
no draft, so no draft format, only legal and legacy, vintage and commander, with a focus on commander.
Yeah.
All right. And then what they ended up doing was 188 cards, which they now deem a new draftable Magic set size.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
Because,
100 cards short of like what a normal draftable set would be.
yeah, because they quote unquote designed it for the pick two draft, the new limited format that's only for 4 players.
Ah.
Right? So the pick two draft is supposed to be you get 4 people together and you each pick 2 cards out of each pack.
Yeah.
Um, so and now it's legal in all formats. So
Thank God for that.
it, yeah, it feels like again, tinfoil hat,
Mhm.
that the set may have been like pretty close to done.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh man, we got to add enough cards that we can like call this a draftable format and like make it standard legal because these like smaller sets don't sell.
Yeah.
Right? We can't sell 7 cards for the price of 15.
Right.
It doesn't work. So that seems to be the situation. So it looks like they were maybe scrambling, and that could explain some of the designs. Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, made a video I've never seen him make before.
Oh boy. Okay. What kind of video was it?
I think the thumbnail just said not good,
Oh,
and it was a picture of Spider-Man, and it was 23 minutes on why he doesn't like this particular set.
I think Prof did a video too, didn't he?
Prof did one of like, I'm not excited about this, was kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Was like, I'm not excited about this set. But this was like, I think this set is like poorly designed and has bad flavor.
Yeah.
And it feels like they designed stuff more for what was good, what makes sense in the Spider-Man world,
Mhm.
and not what makes sense in like a magic world.
Yeah.
Right. And he was like, I live in the magic world. So like I'd be nice if like they took this IP and fit it to magic,
Mhm.
as opposed to just like
The other way around.
other way around. Exactly.
Yeah.
But just like if this was an in-universe set, I'd be like saying it was bad.
Yeah.
But because it's universes beyond, I haven't I made fun of Murders of Karloff Banner because of all the hats.
Yeah.
And like Aether Drift, where we went through 3 planes and never really saw any of them, and it didn't make any sense, and it was just totally random.
Yeah.
So that's where I saw the no comments thing,
Gotcha.
because he was like, it feels like they were scrambling to make comments, so we got bagel and schmear and hot dog cart.
Yeah.
And just like these uninspired, like, kind of terrible card names.
Yeah. There
Because they
it was when I was away, but there was another Blogatog post that I wanted to touch on briefly at some point, and I guess it makes sense here. I'm looking for it real quick. And I only saw like people talking about the post. I didn't read the actual post, so I'm hoping that it's worded a little bit better in the actual post, but it was something along the lines of UB sets are the best-selling sets of all time. There's no way we're gonna discontinue doing them. I don't understand what I have to tell you people to make you understand that they're okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like, well, none of that addressed any issues that anybody has with Universes Beyond.
It's like, we understand that they sell well, and I understand that is the game you are playing, but we were all trying to play dragons and goblins and elves.
Yeah.
Not pigeons and bagels.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't think anyone argues that, but it's one of those things that I wonder how many people they convert into Magic players from these. Like, do people like drop in and do the pre-release and like buy some product and then dip back out? Because there's only been one pre-release, but there was a woman there for Final Fantasy who was like, I love Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't come to the next pre-release.
Right.
She did like one and then like kind of didn't come back.
Was done.
But like Dragons of Tarkir, like those were huge at the store by me.
Yeah.
Right? Because people were like, oh my gosh, I could maybe get a dragon for my Dragon Commander deck. Right? So like they can like drive that kind of enthusiasm within franchise players.
Right.
Now I'm saying all this and I'll probably show up next Friday and they'll just be, people everywhere.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh my God, Spider-Man. But, yeah, it just feels, it's one of those, it's very much like the corporate take. And I like the, like, what do I have to say to make you people understand that they are good? And it's like the people that know that you exist and then are willing to go to Blogatog.
Exactly.
Are the people that love this game. And if they're going, hey, we don't like this, right? Like you're losing the enfranchised player,
Right.
right? But like if you're not acquiring more players, if they're just coming in buying the pictures of the thing that they like,
Yeah.
you make a bunch of money because they bought the pictures, but in 6 months they're not buying any more cardboard,
Yeah.
right? Like does that, like, you're acquiring a customer for like a set or two, and then they're not they're not coming back.
All
Where the
right.
people that are on Blogatog have been buying your cards for years.
I just found it. It
Okay.
is a very long thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna paste it into Discord so you can read it if you want.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not sure, because of the way it's templated, I'm not sure which part is the question and which part is the answer, because they're both worded similarly.
Okay.
The sentiment isn't new. The popularity of Universes Beyond, for example, goes back many years. I get posts about how it's bad for the game. I explain our data says there's an audience for it. Lots of people play it. It starts selling really well. Posters claim it's a short-lived thing, even though it's doing well now. It's going to spell problems long-term for the game. But the line of play and sales and other various positive indicators keep going up. Yes, the current signs see good, the posters say, but it's spelling doom. It's appealing to a new audience that won't have the staying power of the enfranchised audience. That's what you were just saying.
Yeah.
It says, so we do a lot of research into who is buying Universes Beyond, and lo and behold, it's mostly the enfranchised players. The second biggest group is lapsed players. The Universes Beyond products continue to do well. Even more people are playing. Sales go up even more. The loop keeps continuing. We're many years in now. Universes Beyond is no longer a new thing. Is there some point where we can accept that Universes Beyond is actually doing good things for Magic? It's raising awareness. It's bringing in new players. It's bringing back lapsed players. Blah, 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 blah. This is a question to all the Universes Beyond naysayers. Is there anything that can happen with the product where you can accept that it's had a positive effect on Magic?
I don't have the data that he has.
Yeah.
But like the reason you get lapsed players is because you have put a thing that they like on the cards.
Mm-hmm.
They go, "Ooh, I've played Magic before. I like these pictures." But are they then lapsing again?
Right.
And then they're not going to come back unless, like, now I guess the argument from a corporate point of view is, well, we didn't get any money from them,
Right.
but then we got some. So like that's a win. But like I don't know. And like yes, enfranchised players are buying this stuff
Mm-hmm.
because
They have to.
they're degens.
Right.
Yeah, and they're degens, right?
Well,
Like
sure.
they're just like I like cardboard.
Yeah.
Right? Or they're like or they're putting, $100 cards in like every collector booster and people are like, "Oh my gosh, I have to open these."
Right.
Again, I'm a degenerate. I say that, but I also bought some Powerball tickets.
Hey, supposedly there were 5 winners in South Carolina of like, I think it was $50,000 or more.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't one
But
of them. I didn't buy any tickets.
yeah, I bought some. I told someone that I understood that my odds of winning are the same as me being struck by lightning while making out with Sydney Sweeney, but but they're not zero. But like I think that like yes, the enfranchised players, like you said, they have no choice, right?
Yeah.
You stuck them in standard,
Right. They have to buy them.
right? Like I did the pre-releases for Final Fantasy because like I was like I'm gonna play pre-release. I would have played the same number of pre-releases, bought the same number of products.
If it was any other set.
Had it been if it was any other set.
Yeah.
But it was Final Fantasy, so okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't matter that it was Final Fantasy. It could have been Lorwyn.
Yeah, should have been Lorwyn.
Should have been Lorwyn.
But yeah, like I think from a corporate point of view, like yes, they make more money, but like, are we like? I don't know if we're seeing like the like. It doesn't seem like we're seeing like on the ground
Mhm.
the like increase
Right.
in like players, right? Like the pre-releases, like I know that the the edge of the like the last Edge of Eternity's pre-release was the biggest the store had. It was like 30 people.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's this like this enormous snowball where you're getting more and more people and more interest. At least like that I've again very limited
Mhm.
sample.
Yeah, and I
But
couldn't tell you either way. I haven't given Wizards $1 in years at this point, so.
yeah, but it just feels like yet like you're not getting like events are maybe the size they were pre-pandemic, maybe, but
Mhm.
not really,
Yeah.
right? Like, and then you have like all VV all the time, and then no one like then you end up with a small event. Like it's still
Right.
very like it still matters on a lot of different things, and so you know I don't know. Like it just feels like you could be getting a lot of this momentum. Like I've talked to people that were like, Bloomborough was really cute, so I came back for Bloomborough.
Yeah. And
Right? I used to
in
play that. I
universe
saw
set,
the
imagine
art.
that.
Yeah, and it's like you can do things in universe that people resonate with and respond to.
Sure.
So like you don't it doesn't necessarily have to be Spider-Man or Final Fantasy or Avatar. Like it can just be set I like art style I enjoy.
Yeah.
Setting I enjoy as like a Magic player.
Mhm.
Right? Like going back to Dominaria the first time was a huge set.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah, that was a
and
big deal.
we've talked yeah, like and we talked about it before, like they hit on a good thing and then they just drive it into the ground.
Yep.
Right? We hadn't been back to Dominaria in like 15, 20 years.
And then you went back to back
Right?
to back to back.
And then you just went like, yeah, then you went to like we did another Dominaria set.
Dominaria
Dominaria
United,
United.
Brothers War.
Yeah, and then it was just like, okay,
Yeah.
here you go. Here's a bunch of them. And it's like it was cool because it was like one.
Right.
And like we keep going back to planes no one cares about.
Yep.
Right? Like we played a lot of Magic during the Ixalan block.
Mm-hmm.
No one's like, oh man, I can't wait to go back to Hobo Jace
Right.
and what have you. So, like, they could do some of this in universe. I feel.
Yep. I agree.
But I mean, from a like line go up and to the right, right? Like, you can't argue with they made $250 million in a day.
Yeah, it's true.
But like, I feel like, are we going to? Oh, yes, Gavin, I'm doing podcast. Can you please close my door? I'm right here. I'm being checked on.
Yep.
Hi. He forgot his Lightning McQueen friend. Okay, we're going back downstairs. That was a whirlwind. Peek behind the curtain, folks. We're leaving it in.
Oh, I'm leaving it in.
Baby. We had a baby visit. Baby, he's 5. But yeah, there is like, I think it is a very good. There's a question of like retention,
mm-hmm.
right? And I think that based on his answer, that seems to be part of what the complaint is. People are like, you're bringing these people in while angering the people that you have previously retained.
Right.
Are you going to retain these new people and retain
your previous people?
Your like your previous people, right? Because like if you're
Hi, it's
losing the
me.
enfranchised play, yeah. But if you're losing the enfranchised people and you're not like retaining the new players long term to replace them,
Yeah.
right? Then what are you like? Then like I think the Magic community is looking 3, 4, 5 years down the road,
Right.
where
Wizards is looking at
Hasbro,
next quarter or next year.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, can we meet expectations
Right.
for the next quarter? Can these card games and books about Dungeons and Dragons shore up a failing Transformers business?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Can't.
not that I think I'm better than anybody else, but like how much money did I used to spend every time a set released? I'd buy a box of collector boosters, I'd buy a draft booster box, I'd do 6 pre-releases plus whatever I spent on singles. I'm $500 every time a set comes out. Like, how many of these newer, less enfranchised players does it take to replace one of me? Like somebody that just does a pre-release and like, you know what I mean? Maybe a draft.
And yeah, pre-release and like does a draft or like I wonder how much of the sales is someone walking through Target
Yeah.
and seeing like, oh, I like Final Fantasy VI. This is Terra from Final Fantasy VI, and it's more of a like, it's more of a Final Fantasy collectible than a card game, right? Like they may know, right? Like because if you played Final Fantasy VI, you didn't get any girls, so like. Right, so you like know of Magic, and you're like, oh, I didn't know Magic had Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I really like Terra. Let me buy this. Ooh, Cloud, and they buy like a couple things at Target. Maybe they play them. Maybe they never do.
Yeah.
Right. Because like,
well, that was my buddy Chris when he was a kid. Like the whole reason that we got back, or that I got back into the game, was because we happened to be at Walmart one night looking for a bolt to fix a car or whatever, and he looked over at the shelf and saw like precons sitting, like Magic precons sitting there, and just happened to say, oh, I used to have a bunch of those cards. I thought the pictures were really cool when I was a kid, but nobody I knew played, so nobody ever taught me to play. So we bought a couple precons and I taught him how to play, and
like it could like the barrier for a player to go from like randomly seeing cards at Target and buying them or Walmart and then being like, let me find a place to play.
Right.
Like you're hoping that like you're, getting people that haven't interacted with like an LGS or the game to find the game, find another person to play with.
Right.
And then play the game.
Right.
Right. And like that seems like a tall ask.
Absolutely.
And in 6 months, if they see Avatar and they didn't watch Avatar,
oh yeah, this is dumb. Why am I going to continue on with this game?
Yeah, like I don't want to get this, or they're a DC person,
right,
and they don't care about Spider-Man, right? Where like I'm gonna do a couple pre-releases, trying to meet people, put myself out there in a new place, right? Where like there are gonna be enfranchised players that just show up because it's been 2 months and it's time for another pre-release.
Yeah. Well,
right, and
like think about our old LGS, like previous to Myrtle Beach games, like Widow Days.
Yes.
If like in its heyday. So if you were a player that was walking into that store that had never set foot in a game store before, didn't know even what a game store was, but really liked Sonic the Hedgehog, and you saw there was Sonic the Hedgehog Magic cards, and I want to play my Sonic the Hedgehog Magic cards. So you walk into White Widow Games on a Friday
Mm-hmm.
night. Like, what do you think is going to happen there?
I mean, I walked in on a Smash Sunday with no air conditioning.
And what was your impression?
I was like, this smells terrible, and it's not clear to me how I spend money here.
Yeah,
What is going on?
yeah.
Right?
And you got half the shop smells like weed.
There is yeah, there's like definitely a like barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Again, to get you from like casually buying cards off like the shelf at Target
Mm-hmm.
to like being someone that comes back again and again and again. Because like you could very much Final Fantasy, maybe you're like, and then if you if you didn't like play the game after you got that, like Edge of Eternities isn't doing it for you,
Yeah.
right? And then Spider-Man, no, Avatar, no, and now you're a lapsed player,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or just someone who bought like a product,
Right.
and yeah, they don't seem to care as long as they get that like sale,
Right.
because again, like we said, like it seems like as a community, Magic players are like, in 5 years, where is the game going to be? And it's like, well, we made a bunch of money, so we think it's going to be in a good place, but it doesn't seem like we're really thinking about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an interesting point of view to look at it too. I hadn't considered that like Magic players are more concerned with the long-term viability of the game than Wizards is. But that kind of makes sense, especially if like the long-term and franchised players were people in our shoes
Mm-hmm.
that like used to travel to events and saw what organized play was like pre-COVID and are still kind of secretly hoping for that to return.
Yeah.
Like they might be looking more long term than Wizards is. Like, and it's pretty obvious Wizards is given up on that ship.
Yeah. But like if you have, you know, stacks of cards
Mm,
and, maybe in some part of your head you're like, "Oh, this is an investment,"
yeah,
right? Right. You don't want your cards to go to zero
right.
because no one plays the game anymore. And also, like, if you enjoy playing the game, you want the game to exist,
Hmm.
right? Like, you don't want to end up in a situation where there are no more cards and whatever there is no legacy, there is no commander.
Right.
It's just like, you know, everyone playing kitchen table
Hmm.
like nonsense like all the time, and like there's just like it's a game that like no one knew's coming into because they're not making cards, nothing's changing, we're all just like making playing the creative cards that show up on like Twitter and Facebook,
Yeah.
right? And like that's where the new cards come from. So right, like I think the Magic players are like, I want this game to be here in 10 years, in 5 years.
Yeah.
And Wizards like, well, as long as we keep making a bunch of money each set, it will be here. And it's like, but if you make the game bad, which one could argue we have like really walked that line of the game being bad
Yes.
in a lot of cases, then people are not going to play the game.
Hmm.
Right? Like we have seen them like ignore formats to the point where they like almost die.
Hmm.
Right? Like standard is on its way to like a nosedive with
Right.
like VV.
Yep.
Right? And it doesn't seem they're going to do anything about that until November.
I would be
Right?
surprised if they did.
Pioneer is kind of non-existent because they just haven't made events for it.
Right.
Modern, they have just turned it into Modern Horizons Block Constructed
Basically.
and kind of like ripped the identity out of that format.
Yep.
Legacy has been mismanaged into the ground,
Mhm.
where a combination of like blue black reanimator and like oops all spells, which who would have thought 10 years ago that oops all spells would be one of the best decks in Legacy, if not the best deck.
Right.
Um, right, like just run rampant, and they've just kind of ignored it.
Yeah, well,
right, like you have all of their big formats have just like crumbled.
Yeah, except for Commander.
And like I was talking to someone, like one of the guys who works at the shop yesterday. I went and bought a pack of sleeves, and he was like, yeah, like I'm reluctantly putting together Commander deck. He's like, yeah, I miss when Commander was like just kind of like random cards.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's
And,
a
like,
common sentiment, though. Like, I've heard Commander players say that for years.
And so, like, I feel like there's, like, there are all these things that are crumbling, but they're just like, well, we got some people to, like, buy some cool art at, like, and, like, I wonder how much, if the Final Fantasy cards were just, like, a pack of art cards that were Final Fantasy themed.
Yeah.
Right, how many people would have bought that randomly at Target?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, packs of art cards, no game associated with them.
Yeah.
Get the ultra rare Tifa on the way to Corneo's dress card as the ultra rare chase.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like, okay. All right. We have dunked on wizards and stuff long enough. We were supposed to talk about the huge number of draft archetypes in our new
it's a good thing we spent half the episode talking about Universes Beyond issues, because we only have half the draft archetypes to talk about. So
very true.
It's fitting.
So the pick 2 draft format makes me feel like you're like ordering, like, remember at Panera the you pick 2?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll have a Santa Fe chicken sandwich and a bowl of broccoli cheddar, and like this is like, I'll have a rare Spider-Man
and an uncommon Spider-Man.
Uncommon, slightly different Spider-Man. That was something else from the Saffron Olive thing. There are apparently like 43 cards that are some version of Spider-Man in the set.
Well, that article that you just had up, the one talking about the design of the set, where it says step 1 exploratory design, and they wanted all the things to include in the set. Like, click on the superheroes. There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 10 Spider-Mans there.
Yeah.
And that's like the preliminary design.
Yeah, the preliminary, and it's out of 100 cards.
Yeah.
10% of them should be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna, like, real quick here. We're gonna, like,
see how many there actually are.
All right. How many Spider-Man? There are 28 cards there are 20 cards that in the name somewhere it says Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, and that's not all of the Spider-Man, because there's also like the robot one, SP whatever.
Yep. And Peter Porker.
Yep, also
Spider-Ham.
Yep.
So, yeah, like there's a bunch. There are a bunch. So we have so as we mentioned, the set was designed for the new pick 2 draft archetype.
Yep.
Or draft format, which is you take 2 cards each pack, and it's only supposed to be for 4 people.
Right. So with 4 people, you can't have 10 archetypes.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out, game's growing. Quick, let's make a limited archetype for half as many people showing up to your F&M.
Well, to be fair, it's also the same size as a commander pod.
So you can be like, hey, let's not play Commander tonight.
Yeah.
Let's draft some Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, I came here to play Commander.
Yeah.
There are only 5 draft archetypes in the set.
Yeah, it looks like we have blue-white, blue black, black red, red green, and green white. So allied pairs.
Mm-hmm. So we've seen something similar before. If you remember
Yep.
Ravnica allegiances and guilds of Ravnica, I
Yep.
think I got those backwards. But they were like 5 and 5.
Yep.
But I saw someone on like the Blogatog post point out that like the red like that each archetype kind of had like a slower and faster archetype kind of like built
Built in, yeah.
into each guild.
Yeah.
So like they were kind of two different draft archetypes. I mean, they had 100 more cards in each of the sets, or 50 more cards in each set.
Correct. Well, I mean, it
So
was also a multicolor set, so you had like as many multicolored cards as you did like single colored cards.
like,
So like
yeah.
the archetypes were a lot better supported than in a typical single color set like this.
Yes. All right. So the first step is blue white,
Mhm.
and it's blue white modified. So last week I made fun of the fact that there were only like 3 cards that referenced modified.
Yeah.
So I would like to, and then after we got off the call, there were more cards that had made it into Scryfall. So how many modified cards are there now? Well, it might help if I could spell. But so we'll try one more time here. My spelling. What? Okay, I'm apparently doing something wrong. Good job, me. Oh, that's because I clicked on Spider-Man. I was supposed to click on Spider-Man. I clicked on Spider-Man Eternal. I didn't click on Spider-Man. So, okay. There are 6 cards with the word modified.
Oh, good.
We did it. And one of them is red white. Sick.
Sure
All
is.
Right. So if you remember, modified is when a card has any counter, an aura, or an equipment on it.
It has to be an aura you control. So, like,
Okay,
if you have a
control.
creature and your opponent puts a pacifism on it, not modified. If you have a creature and you put a pacifism on it, modified.
Useless.
Useless, but modified.
So our example here is not a card that says modified, but a card that benefits from being modified.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wrath, Vicious Vigilante. It's 1 white blue for a legendary creature, Human Detective Hero. It has double strike, and it has, we have these stupid like
flavor text keywords,
italicized, fear gas.
Yep.
Wrath can't be blocked, and it's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1.
So it's like, put counters on me, please.
Yeah. This isn't the like best signpost, but it's what they had in the article.
Really, I almost feel like the penny card, the spider.
Yeah.
The spider
SPDR
whatever,
piloted by Penny. Yeah, like that's a better signpost. It's 3. That one is 3 blue white for a 4/4 artifact creature spider hero. It has vigilance, and when it enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, so it makes something modified. And then whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Yeah, that should be a much better signpost than this is.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Wizards doesn't even know what their signposts are. Yeah. Good job, Wizards.
Good job, Wizards.
So like there are a number of things that put counters on, that put +1/+1 counters on things in this set. So, right, like you're just trying to basically, as we say, put pants on things and then send them to school.
Yes.
And so, which is more difficult with a 5-year-old than you would think.
I can only
just
imagine.
Put on your pants and go. The only way I gotta get on the bus today is like, don't you want to be the first one to get on the bus? I want to be first, and then I gotta move it. So, yeah, like we've seen this before. Was like green red was modified in Kamigawa.
Yep.
like this can be fine. It is sometimes these archetypes aren't great because it's like very like you need A plus B,
Mhm.
right? And like if you have things that want counters but you don't get the ways to put counters on them.
Right.
You have 3 mana
Which is why
1/1 double
something like
strikers.
SPDR is, I think, a better signpost than Wraith is.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of deck do we think this is? I mean, it's blue-white, which is historically either like tempo or control. Modified doesn't really lend itself to being a control deck because it's going to be some sort of tempo archetype.
I would guess like it would probably try to play kind of similar to Flyers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like it could very well like be modify a few things, get a few counters, get a blocker out of the way, bounce something,
Protect your guys.
Yeah, kind of that kind of archetype. So, more on the tempo, like aggressive side, as opposed to like a slow, like controlling archetype.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is interesting, and I guess they have like there is a common that is like blue white hybrid
Mm-hmm.
for a 2/2 that has flying as long as it's modified.
Okay.
So like you've got this like thing that you put a counter on and you get like a 2 mana 3/3 flyer with like,
Yeah.
a little bit of work.
Yep.
Which like you have that curves into a 3 mana 2/3. You can put a +1/+1 counter on another creature.
Yeah.
So you can very much go like 2-drop into uncommon, put counter on it, bash for 3, and now like your opponent's really on the back foot.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next archetype is blue-black. This archetype is Villain's Connive. The signpost we have here is Vulture Scheming Scavenger. 5 with a hybrid blue-black. Is a 4/6 legendary human artificer villain with flying. Whenever Vulture attacks other villains you control, gain flying until end of turn. So this card cares about, I guess, your alignment. Villain's not really a job, right?
I guess.
But it doesn't, like this card in particular, doesn't care about conniving. Is conniving just like flavorful here, where like villains are conniving?
I guess I'm looking for. There are 7 cards that say connive. There are 4 commons, and 2 uncommons, and then Norman Osborn, which is like the random, like Crixus card. So there are like, I feel like you could have done like Prowler Clawed Thief, which is 1 blue-black for a 2/3, has menace, and when another villain you control enters, Prowler connives.
Yeah, that seems like a much better fit than Vulture.
Villains and conniving.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are like a number of cards that have like that like connive when they attack, connive when they enter.
Yeah.
And they are all villains.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it seems like villains connive, but then also do other things that care about villains, like our guy here. But yeah, it is odd that they seem like they pick like bad signposts.
Yeah.
And then for cards that have villain in the Oracle text, so I probably missed some, but there's like oh, why didn't this show up before? No. So like there's Doc Ock that cares if you have a villain to give it hexproof. There's Flying Octobot that is a robot villain that whenever another villain enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So like there are some things that care about villains entering as well.
Yeah.
But it feels like half an archetype. You know what I mean? Like it feels like there should have been a connive deck and a villain deck.
Yeah.
But instead it got smushed together.
Yeah, the whole set just feels kind of disjointed. So I think that's going to be a common theme
Yeah.
throughout this.
Hmm. But
Kind of similar to blue white. Blue black is also traditionally either tempo or control. Conniving, I guess, is kind of like a tempo mechanic, right? Like card filtering, making your guys bigger. So is this going to be another tempo deck and we don't get a control deck?
that'd be really weird if there wasn't a control deck. But maybe because like the Prowler like wants you to like play creatures to connive.
Yeah,
Vulture wants you to just like
get in there.
slam it and get in there.
Yeah,
Right? Like Vulture's kind of like if you have like, you know, 4 villains on the battlefield, you win the game when you attack.
basically.
Right? If they all gain flying,
Yeah.
like you just win. So yeah, it might just be like you know, disrupt a little bit and then hold on. Like, and I don't feel like the removal was particularly good
Yeah.
in the set. Like, there was nothing that I was like, oh yeah, that's like a good removal spell, but I didn't look super duper hard.
So one more thing, they mention it in the article, but I'm going to bring it up here, is that conniving, when you connive, you discard a card, which also plays well with some of the mayhem stuff.
Yeah.
So look out for that overlap as well.
Yeah, like there's a couple like black cards that like are straight black cards, or there's a blue black hybrid
Yeah.
card that like enters and a thing connives.
Yeah.
So that would work. But yeah, like the removal. Let me see. There was like that 3 mana, put something on the bottom. There's a 2 mana neg 3 at common. So I don't know if like black like really super has the tools to be like super controlling.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if this set like ended up just super aggressive.
Well, I mean, without a control deck, there's nothing to keep it in check.
Yeah, I mean there is like there's a 5 mana wrath.
Yeah.
But still, like it'd be just weird if it was just they made this set and it was like a, you know, 6 turn limited format.
Yeah. I was just taking a peek at the lands. We get a set of comes into play tap duels for each color pair that you pay 4 tap and surveil 1. And then there's an Evolving Wilds variant. So the mana should be good, I would think. Like typically when you have a set that's not specifically multicolor focus like this is, like the fixing isn't that great, but like the fixing is fully like your archetypes are fully supported with fixing here.
They are, yeah.
And there's a mana rock too, isn't there?
Hot dog cart.
Yeah. Yep.
And then there are like 3 rare like kind of dual lands.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really counting. You can't really count rares for limited purposes, but yeah, seems like the fixing's really good. So maybe you are meant to overlap a little bit. Like maybe the control deck is Grixis or Esper or whatever.
Like, this is another question. Is there like there's a cancel. And is that it? And then there is a 5 mana counter spell at uncommon. It's like counter draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there's not a lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot. Maybe there just is no control deck.
Yeah, there might not be. Like, I mean, a 5 mana counter is fine, or a 3 mana counter is fine, but like, it might just like there might not just be the tools to do it. Like, because there's usually like there's been a lot of like quench variants or like mana leak variants, and we just don't have that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this is another like, you know, tempo-y like more aggressive deck that has Vulture to like just win the late game.
Yeah.
If the game makes it 6 or 7 turns, you just get to like Vulture it up.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yep. Next up, we have Red Black Mayhem, aka Madness at Home. So this is discard a card, and then you get to play it from the graveyard for its Mayhem cost. Which I really wanted to just say Madness there. Play it from the graveyard for its Mayhem cost. So it gives you a way to discard cards without like downside. So you basically turn your like looting effects into draw a card.
Yep.
And our signpost uncommon, this one actually feels like right,
yeah.
is Green Goblin Revenant. It's 3 red black for a legendary creature, Goblin Human Villain. It's got flying and death touch, and it's a 3/3. And whenever Green Goblin attacks, discard a card. Then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. So, like, this is attack and rummage. But if you've like
previously discarded something, refills also.
Yeah, it gets you all the cards back that you discarded.
Yep. And it's nice that this triggers on attack also, and not like ETB, because it would be really hard to like do whatever you're going to do for the turn and then still have 5 mana left over to do this at the end.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like, if you had like both, like there are some cards that like when this like enters or attacks.
Yeah.
Right, like you could like not discard, but like if you had a land, you could turn the land into hopefully cast for next turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the fact that like you're gonna, if you untap with it, you're gonna have 5 mana available to do to like play your Mayhem cards.
Yeah.
And like, even if like your Mayhem deck doesn't come together, this is a way that if you're like, I only need 5 lands, right? Like each time you attack, you can discard like an extra land.
Yeah.
And like work your way through cards this way.
Yep.
So that can be good. And like we had mentioned before, like you don't have to decide to cast the card with Mayhem right away.
Yeah, until the end of your turn.
Yeah, you could attack, discard a card, and then like maybe play a land to get enough mana to play like the Mayhem card plus something else.
Yep.
Right, you don't have to like try to do it all at once.
Yep.
So something worth remembering. I mean, this is the archetype I would probably be most interested in playing.
Me too.
But
I mean, red black's kind of my jam anyway, but
I have drafted a lot of red black recently because people do not want to people do not draft removal at this store at a high enough level.
Punish them for it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just kill everything and then draw some cards.
Yep.
I will say, in terms of Mayhem things, there are, not counting, if we don't count the land, there are 12 cards with Mayhem, one of which is, again, Norman Osborn.
Yep.
And then there is one blue card.
Okay.
And there are 3 rares that have, not counting the land, so 4 if you count the land, that have Mayhem. So there's like seemingly more Mayhem support or more Mayhem cards than the other archetypes that like just say Mayhem on them.
Right.
So.
All right. So are we leaning aggressive here?
I would think so. Right,
I mean, I know how Madness used to play, and Madness has kind of always been a pretty aggressive archetype.
I mean, there's Spider Islanders. Which is a 4 mana 3/4 with Madness 2, and there is the like 1 mana like 1/1 haste sacrifice it, discard a card. Like
Yeah.
you could like on turn 2 have a 4/3.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a problem. And then we talked about, I think previously, for examples like Raging Goblinoids,
Mhm.
which is a 5/4 haster that has badness of 2 and a red. Like you
Yeah.
can really like get a lot of power on the battlefield really quickly
Mhm.
with these cards. So I would guess, and there's like, oh, what is it called? Um, oh, I'm blanking. The 4-mana 2/2 flying life like haste lifelink guy from like Modern Horizons, the Madness guy. It has Madness for a black.
Oh, Kitchen Imp. Yeah, we got a Kitchen Imp in
Kitchen
this
Imp.
set too.
Yeah, Swarm being of bees.
Yeah.
It has flash, so you kind of get to cast it at instant speed.
Right.
But it is like a flash flying mayhem 1.
Mhm.
So it doesn't have haste, but like still can like get in there pretty effectively.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
flash is kind of almost haste. You can flash it in on your
Mhm.
opponent's turn because it has flash. You can mayhem on your opponent's turn because it has flash.
Yeah. And like Scarlet Spider Cane, if you like it enters, you can discard a card and put a counter on it.
Mhm.
It has mayhem of 1. So like it could be a pretty cheap like 3/2, like a 2-mana 3/2.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like big statted things. So yeah, and then there's the ultimate Green Goblin. It's a rare, but it's a 3-mana 5/4.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a lot of big things. So like this does feel like it's pretty aggressive.
Yep, I agree.
So
It's 3 archetypes that are all slanted aggro, so let's see if the next
Yay.
one is slanted aggro. This is red-green. Surprise, surprise. They can't come up with a red-green archetype, so it's big stuff. It cares about spells casting spells mana value 4 or greater. And this only cares about their mana value, not like alternate costs. So it's just cares about mana value. The signpost we have here is Rhino Barreling Brute. It's 3 red, red, green, green for a 6/7 human villain with Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. And whenever it attacks, if you've cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater this turn, draw a card. This is actually a decent signpost also, in contrast to the first two. This mentions the mechanic and triggers itself. Just nice.
So like this mechanic played out really well in Final Fantasy. But like I feel like they did a lot of work to make it play out well.
Yeah.
With like the equipment that made a hero and made it like a 4/3. It was like +3/+2. It was like 4 mana, but it was a creature. That was great. It was like 4 like non-creature spells 4 or greater, I think, or something like that. I don't know if there's like as much support for this as there was in the
well, I mean, there can't be. It's not
Final
as big a
Fantasy.
set.
Yeah, but like even like proportionally, right? Like, does it feel like there's enough pieces? I guess
holy
there
moly.
are
1, 2.
There are 61 cards with mana value greater than or equal to 4. So about a third of the set.
6. There's 7 green cards at common or uncommon with mana value 4 or greater.
Okay. And then red, there's
1, 2,
I think 6
or 4. There are 4 red cards at common or uncommon with mana value 4 or greater.
I did not specify that. I did not look for common or uncommon.
Well,
So,
only
like,
because like that's what Limited's about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. No, you're right to do that. I didn't. I just looked for red things and was like, oh, there it is.
I mean, how many limited decks have you built in your day that didn't have a single rare or mythic?
Too many, but yes,
Yeah,
you are
it
correct.
happens. Not that
Happens pretty frequently.
yeah, it's not that that's what you're out to do, but I have certainly done it multiple times. It happens, and
Yeah.
like in that scenario, you can't rely on opening Ultimate Green Goblin. Oh, that's not a 4-drop or whatever you're gonna open. Like you got to play with the cards you're dealt, and if most of them are commons and uncommons, like that's what you got to build with. And if there's 10 cards from the entire set that you can possibly cast with mana value 4 or greater, then this doesn't seem like a great spot for the archetype.
It does not. And like,
And there's only the one gold card. This one.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hybrid card is a 2-mana dork.
Is it? Yeah. Which we went from. We went from 1 in a red, 3/1 taps for red, to 1 in a red, 1/3 taps for red.
Yep.
To 1 green red hybrid, 2/2 reach taps for green or red. So it is a mono red mana dork that also color fixes.
Right.
Right? Like we have come a long way in 6 months.
Yeah.
Was it even that far? When did like Target Dragonstorm come out? It was like warm here, so
yeah,
not even that long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, like kind of funny. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's a lot of like support to make this work.
Yeah, there might not be.
And like the payoff is 7 mana.
Right.
So like if you play this, like granted it is a Vigilance Trample Haste, are you gonna have a 4-drop the next turn to play?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if this is secretly just a ramp deck and not actually.
Yeah, it might just be like ramp.
I mean, it almost has to be just a ramp deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another mana dork. Yeah, this might just be a ramp deck. There's a 1-shot mana dork.
Yeah, so it feels weird. Like I guess they can't just say is red green ramp, like deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a green mana dork. There's a guy in the chair.
Oh yeah, I forgot about guy in the chair.
How could you forget about guy in the chair?
I don't know. Maybe I was trying to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple green cards that reference the like 4 or greater.
Yeah.
And the problem, like, part of the problem is like you're not, right. I guess like the joke is like you web sling to get your 4 or greaters, but like there's not a ton of green web slinging, is there? Not really.
Well, we can talk about that next if you want. That's the last archetype.
Sure, hit me.
Green-white is web slinging. The signpost we have here is Spider-Man India. It's 3 green-white for a 4/4 spider-human hero. It's legendary, and it has web slinging 1 green-white. You may cast this spell for 1 green-white if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. And I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to pronounce the flavor text keyword. But whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against flying until end of.
Yeah.
Are there things that care about web slinging, or they just have web slinging?
I don't know. Yeah, I can just search for web slinging because there's no other set that has that. I don't see things that are like, if you web sling, do a thing.
Okay. So just the cost reduction then.
Yeah. So I did, again, going over this stuff, Saffron Olive brought up a good point. Maybe not so much for limited, but in constructed formats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, web slinging is pretty good with mana dorks.
Oh, yeah, because you can tap it
right?
for mana and then bounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, Spider-Man India, right, is you can play it on, like, Elf into
Spider-Man
this,
India.
pick up your Elf.
Yeah.
You get a 4/4 on turn 2. Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley, it's a 4/3, and like you get to pick something with trample.
Mm-hmm.
But if you pick something up, you put X counters on it, where X is the mana value. So it's a 5/4 with trample on turn 2.
Yeah.
With a mana dork, and like it's green red, so you have the ability to like put the mana dork back into play.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's a lot of these that are 3 that are kind of like really well set up to work with mana dorks. So from a constructed point of view, that could be a thing to consider, is that you can just like use mana dorks to put like, I don't know, I think a turn 2 like 4/4 is still good and constructed.
Yeah, I mean,
Right, in,
turn
like,
3 it's a
standard.
5/5 because you're gonna play another creature, right?
Yeah, you're gonna play that. You're gonna play that
Actually, you know what?
elf that you picked up.
I guess web slinging is pretty good too with specifically Gilded Goose
Oh.
because
Yeah, like
you get your food
This
back.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your food back, and the goose helps fix your mana. Like,
Yeah.
could there be like a Naya, like, your Scarlet Spider
Mm-hmm.
guy, which I think that card's just fine.
Yep. I
Gilded
agree.
Goose, Spider-Man India, where you're just like, I'm going to put enormous creatures on the battlefield.
Yep.
Because like even like Silk Web Weaver, like whenever you cast a creature, make a 1/1, and then it's a 3/5 for 3 mana. Like that's above the curve.
Yep.
Like on turn 2.
Yep.
Like if your deck is just 12 mana dorks and like the best like web slinging things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess technically, like they want you to be Bant, which I don't understand, because like the Amazing Spider-Man is Bant, and web slings for 3. Oh no, each legendary creature you have has web sling 3 for Bant.
I don't even see that card.
It's Peter Parker is the front side, and then you flip it over. It's
I
the
gotcha.
modal double
Yeah.
face.
Yep.
Right, so like it's Bant, but like with Senior Honk, you get all things are possible.
That is true.
Oh wait, we found this earlier.
Honk.
Honk. So it is, but yeah, like there's like the pigeon.
Yep.
That like when it leaves play, you get a food.
Yeah, City Pigeon.
Right. So city pigeon. So like some of the Arachne Psionic Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like in limited, you like play the bird, then you play a 3/3 that taxes your opponent on turn 2.
Yeah.
Like that seems like a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a problem in constructed as well.
Or Aunt May. You City Pigeon into Aunt May and then Arachne.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life, and if it's a spider, you put a counter on it, so it's a 4/4.
Yeah, like a like very, very like not magical Christmas land like kind of curve.
Right.
Like I don't think it's like magical Christmas land. So these are all like really strong with like even the uncommon. The 3/4 has web slinging of 3. Like
yeah,
a 3/4 on turn, like on turn 2, is still like a problem. It still
absolutely.
like outscales like almost everything from Fire Design. Like there
Yeah.
are a few things that it doesn't tell, and it's just an uncommon.
Yep. Spider
So
UK, that's what you're talking about?
yeah, Spider UK. I don't know,
Yeah.
but again, like this is
Spider
really
Ruck.
hard if you yeah if you're like I play Spider-Man. Which one?
Which one?
Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, Spider-Man India, Spider-Man Ook, Spider-Man Heroic Horde, a
Spectacular
Spider-Man
Spider-Man?
Web Slinger, Spectacular Spider. Which one are you playing? And it's like, oh my gosh, just stop. So yeah, there's a lot of like. It feels like there's a lot of ways that this mechanic like. Hopefully they like tried to balance it, but it also seems like they made this set in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, who knows? I don't have high hopes.
But yeah,
Shocker.
like 3 mana 4/4s or turn 2 4/4s are pretty good. Like
Yeah.
they're, I mean, it was a long time ago, but Hooting Mandrills
Mm-hmm.
was like playable.
Yep.
I mean, there was a modern deck built around getting down Gurmag Angler on like turn 2 or 3 as a 5/5.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is fragile in that like your mana dork has to live,
Mm-hmm.
but like crazier things have happened.
So one of the things that I was just thinking that we may need to keep in the back of our minds when we're drafting this set is the set is 2/3 the size of a normal set.
Mm-hmm.
So even though there might only be 6 cards that support an archetype, you're going to see them twice as often, or a third
More often.
more than you
Yeah.
normally would, or however that math works out. You're going to see them more often because there's less cards that can potentially be in a pack. Like same number of cards, but less different cards.
Yeah, like your decks might look a little bit more
Samey.
like constructed decks where you have two where you have, 3 copies
Right.
of a card because you just saw it more.
Yep.
Because I mean, if you think like having 3 copies of a card in a 40 card deck is basically the same as having 4 copies
Yeah.
in a 60 card deck. So like you could have situations where your deck plays almost more like a constructed deck.
Yeah, just because of the size of the set.
Yeah, because you're just seeing more stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I am curious to see if you could like if this if web slinging is something that could be like exploited in like a format like Pioneer.
Yeah, it could be.
Because like or it's like you have like 1 mana dork in standard.
Mm-hmm.
So like you would just have these nut draws of like mana dork into like Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
Or mana dork into like Spider-Man India, but like they're few and far between.
Right.
Also, like this is another reason why you have to ban Up the Beanstalk.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just another cost reduction mechanic.
Yeah.
Just like so many of these are just like mana dork into Up the Beanstalk into like draw a card, get value.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, we can't do that. We had entire decks built around that. We gotta stop now.
Yeah.
But that could be like interesting again, like from a Pioneer point of view, if you are like you're this aggressive deck that also has like the fallback plan of I can just like out grind you.
Mm-hmm.
Or like post boards, you're like, well, I'm gonna bring these in because when I get to like cheat on Spider-Man India and draw a card, like I get to not lose that game. I
Right.
get to feel alive. and then other and so it like lets you like grind and like play a longer game.
Yeah.
But you still have like the explosive like turn 2 4/4. Good luck.
Yeah. Hope you got an answer.
Yeah, because I mean Spider-Man India is like you said, like it's a 5/5 with flying on turn 3 when you replay your elf.
Right.
right? Like it's a 3-turn clock, right? It's almost like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
If you just like, so that's 18 damage,
Right.
right? Like that's a really quick clock
For sure.
that like it really can like, we've definitely played games where like your opponent just like plays a threat and you can't deal with it,
And you just get run
and then
over.
you just lose the game.
Yep.
And like this and like Scarlet Spider are really just threats that are like, well, good luck.
Hope you have an answer.
Yep. Oh, you don't? Okay, good game.
Yep. Good games.
So, all right. We got anything else for draft archetypes?
I don't think so. Oh, sure. The rest of them we talked about where they might fit into a limited format and what we would expect the limited format to look like. I think this is, while it's a cost reduction mechanic, I think it's a little bit less aggro than something like the black-red deck is. But maybe a little bit, yeah, probably a little bit more mid-rangey than like blue-white and blue-black also.
Yeah, like on one hand, it does feel like the way you're tapping your creatures is by attacking with them.
Yeah.
There is again our red green hybrid mana dork.
Yep.
And guy in a chair.
Yep.
As like additional mana, but like one's 2 mana, one's 3 mana. You're not like super getting ahead.
Right.
Are there other ways to tap creatures?
Well, I think you touched on the pigeon. I think the pigeon's a good one.
Yeah.
Because it has flying, it's got evasion, so you can get in there for combat a little bit.
Yeah, I think I agree with the pigeon.
How many vehicles do we have?
Oh, that is a good question.
Passenger ferry at 3 mana. I don't even care what they do. Spider-mobile at 3 mana. Subway train at 2 mana. There you go, subway train. That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a ramp spell.
The subway train is?
Yeah, 2 mana, 3/1 vehicle. When this vehicle enters, you may pay a green. If you do, search your library for a basic land, reveal it. Well, put it in your hand. So it's not a ramp spell, but goes and gets a land.
Yeah. Huh. So like the vehicles is a good get. I hadn't thought of those. I was looking for things that like cared about tapped creatures. I guess you have the meme card, supportive parents.
Yeah.
The add when like tap 2 untapped creatures, so that's a way to get creatures tapped.
Yeah, it's still at 3 mana though.
It is at 3 mana. In looter scooter in construction formats. Tap your thing, get in there. Yeah, so like weird ways to tap your creatures, but I think a lot of it's going to be like attacking.
Yeah.
Is there like, are there other good like flying creatures? So City Pigeon is probably the best at like an enabler. I mean, who doesn't want news helicopter? Skyward Spider, like you don't want to modify it and then like pick it up.
Right.
So, and you don't really want to play something like Thwip.
No.
Like burn kind of 2 cards to get your thing in.
Right.
I guess Spider Girl, Legacy Hero, which is like it's got flying on your turn and it makes a 1/1 when it leaves the battlefield.
Oh yeah.
So that's like your other like thing that cares about being picked up.
Yep.
It's kind of like a color intensive like circuit mender.
Yeah.
The thing that like entered and gained you life, and then when it left, you got a card.
Yep.
So Hmm.
I think it's weird
Yeah.
that, just one more thing before we call it a show.
Sure.
It's weird that all of these archetypes are A plus B.
They are. They are very much like
Like
maybe the
none of
connive
them
one is less
cares about being a villain. Like
fair.
everything is A, like nothing stands on its own. Everything is A plus B. You need villains and things that care
Yeah.
about them. You need creatures and tapped creatures. Or you need creatures with web slinging and tapped creatures. You need modified creatures and things that care about modified creatures. You need things that care about mana
them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You need
It's very strange.
You need things that care about you casting things that are 4 mana.
Right.
Plus
Things
ways
that are 4
to get
mana.
to 4 mana.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, your payoff is 7 mana.
Right.
Hope you rip a 4-drop after you play your payoff.
Right.
Because your hand is probably empty by the time you get to cast 7-drop.
Yep.
Yeah, but they are very much like very like A plus B, not quite parasitic,
Mhm.
but like, you know, there's a lot of you can't just like draft good cards.
Right.
Or your deck's not going to do anything.
Yep.
So this should be interesting. We could almost review the entire set, only 188 cards.
I mean, we've come close a couple
right.
times.
Yeah. So with that, I think we got a show.
We got a show.
So if you have any cards of these 188 cards you would like us to talk about, let us know. Facebook, Discord, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, email. All those links are in the description. Let us know what you want us to talk about, please.
Yep, we would appreciate it. If you want to support the show, you can do so via our Patreon, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Once you get over there, chip in a couple bucks, however much you feel like contributing, we would appreciate. And in return, you'll get access to my show notes, so you get a sneak peek about what the next week's episode is going to be about. And you get access to our unshow, where it's roughly about an hour of us. Today it was saying hello a lot, trying to get audio to work. Hello, 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 hello. How about now? Can you hear me now? If you want that riveting content, or us just catching up, which is normally what it's about, like I said, patreon.com/CasualTryHardMTG. Chip a couple bucks in, you get all of that, and you help to support the show. We would appreciate it.
Yeah, so with that, catch you on the internets.
We'll catch you on the internets.